It sure does, Frank. And we'll kind of widen out the shot, tilt down, to kind of give you the lay of the land here. This intersection that is coming into our picture right now, over on the bottom right of the screen, that's going to be the intersection of Seco Canyon Road and Decorro Drive. Decorro Drive kind of running left to right across your screen. Now, right in the center of the screen is what you mentioned there, Santa Clarita Elementary School. Now, just a few minutes ago, a possible suspect sighting behind the wash, behind the school, over in that hilly area there, right off of those two cul-de-sacs here. So that brought a response from the LA County Sheriff's Department, who basically came into the area immediately and started looking for what they believe to be a suspect who might have been spotted in the bushes here. Now, just a few moments ago, alongside the wash, we had several deputies as well as a cruiser kind of walking along and driving along one of the banks of that riverbed there, and there we have at least a few vehicles here with several deputies who are basically staging there should another suspect sighting happen here. But so that is kind of where we are at this point. If we widen out the shot from this point behind the elementary school, behind the wash, we're going to move up into the neighborhood here. Now, this neighborhood right along Sycamore Creek Drive was a neighborhood with a particular address. They did pinpoint an address over scanner traffic just a few minutes ago here to a particular residence overlooking that hillside here. So a potential where they believe that suspect might have been walking from Saugus High School, where that shooting took place earlier, through this area here, through that wooded area and up the hill over towards what they believe might be a residence for this person here. So that is unconfirmed at this point. In fact, we have not seen anyone, and there have been no confirmed sightings of this person at this point here. So they don't know that this person is the shooter, but there is surely a strong possibility that they believe that this person might be the suspect here. In fact, so strong that they have deployed several officers right outside the residence here. I don't know where they are in their efforts to get this guy out, if he is in fact in the residence here. By our last information, it was just a sighting in the hillside just below Sycamore Creek Drive here. So this is something that we will be watching, but I can tell you that the Sheriff's Department has converged, and they will begin the process of trying to at least make contact with anyone that might be in that house to try and get that person, a possible suspect, out. So that is kind of what we're working with right now. We don't know exactly where this potential suspect may be, but certainly along the path of that he has taken from Saugus High School, this might be an area where he has basically retreated to. There's just someone in the backyard there. Don't know that that is going to be the residence in question here, but we believe it's going to be that residence with the tree, with kind of the brown roof, white house, and basically the brown grass out front. So again, this is going to be something that we will be keeping an eye on here. We don't want to go in too tight for fear of jeopardizing that deputy safety here. So that's going to be something that we also want to be vigilant of here in Sky 5 HD. But we will be kind of watching the situation from afar. But again, suspect sighting, a potential suspect sighting a few minutes ago in that hilly area just below Sycamore Creek Drive. And this is a residence that they believe might be connected to that suspect or potential suspect here, guys. What we had heard was just a very vague description, either a Caucasian or an Asian male wearing black clothes, but not too much beyond that. Last seen headed in a westbound direction from Saugus High School here, and that was probably going on nearly an hour ago at this point here. So given the time frame, again, as the crow flies, we're talking about from here to Saugus High School, maybe about a mile, maybe just a little bit more, but certainly
tried this in the last 3 years and failed. And now we watch Adam Schiff one more time leading the charge. It is not. Are we having a hearing about inappropriate? Are we having an impeachment inquiry? It goes to the core of the fabric of democracy. Do you take it that lightly that you just have the U.S. Congress vote about an impeachment inquiry and then change the rules of the House where you don't have due process? You move it out of the Judiciary Committee.
And again, this is another neighborhood nearby where this incident occurred on the campus of Saugus High School. A number of deputies have turned out here, and you can see with our extreme nav, this is Sycamore Creek Drive in Santa Clarita. Near the
Okay, so Pasadena PD is basically circling this neighborhood here, brother. So just FYI. Well, the focus of our attention will primarily be right here in the neighborhood, but
actually get the information. But no, that's not the case, because he's driven for one purpose. He's already written the script of where he wants to go on impeachment. He's now just trying to fill in the individual.
Why? What are you hearing? Okay. It can't be that far.
Look, if you want to come here and you want to decide what you're going to do based upon politics,
Bouquet Canyon is the one over there.
I would hope the Republicans, if this was in a reverse order, that this was a Democrat in the White House, that they would stand for the Constitution the same way. I would hope at the same time that they would never carry themselves in the manner of which I see these Democrats, purely for political reasons. That these Democrats have voted 3 times for impeachment. If you ask the Democrats, and you could pick and choose who's the leader of the Democrats, but I think there's a young freshman woman that pretty leads most of the Democrats. What did she say on TV last night? If we don't impeach this president, and I'm paraphrasing, we would not be successful in the next election. The same way Al Green, a congressman and the Democrat on the other side, when he offered the impeachment motion, what did he say? If we don't impeach this president, he's going to win re-election. So the real question that you're asking me should go to the Democrats. Are they doing this for political purposes? Or are they standing for the Constitution? So I only think only 2 of them are. Because he lied to us. Yes, let's walk through it. I have a Mueller report who did not see beyond. Oh, so which time do you want to talk about him lying? When he spoke the words of the dais on the transcript that he had different words in?
Okay, so it's going to be right along here somewhere.
His staff met with the whistleblower. He can claim he did not, but met with the whistleblower before the whistleblower had an attorney and before the whistleblower went to the Inspector General.
took place just at about 7:30 this morning here. So that is going to be essentially about a mile away from where they believe this person may be at this point. Guys. We'll make an orbit around the school. Five is 3200 heading back to the high school, and we'll just be doing big orbits here.
Fly a little bit to the west, please. To the east.
TV5 copies. Yep.
You want to see first-hand witnesses, but don't hide behind executive privilege. Let them come in and talk. Brian, you want me to unplug you guys?
We'll get some nice, good.
Yeah, Leslie and Philip, so we've been watching the authorities clear all of the classrooms, and then they're taking the students all to the auditorium here. It looks like they must believe that there's not a shooter on campus, or they wouldn't let the children walk like this. I shouldn't say children, but the students walk like this to the auditorium to gather. I want to go to the right, though, and in this quad area where the students come to gather, you can see some backpacks up on that area underneath the trees. And it appears to me that's where the shooting happened. I say that because it's been taped off. We had a lot of fire department personnel, paramedics there, first responders in that area initially, and then they have now since left. But that's the area it looks like they've cordoned off with the tape, the crime scene tape that they're trying to keep people away from so they can comb through that for evidence. You can see a lot of firefighters still here on scene. We're seeing more ambulances arrive. That could be because they want to make sure they have enough personnel here to treat any of the students that are having some sort of traumatic event because of this, the stress, if you will. But you can tell the large response out front. Of course, the crisis counselors will come to try and ease some of the tension of the students that have to have gone through this. The campus itself has calmed down quite a bit compared to what we saw when we first responded. Now, we did see a search up on the hillside where we heard that some tear gas was shot into a possible drainage ditch that they thought the suspect may be hiding in. That didn't pan out. They're also searching along Bouquet Canyon and the riverbed. There's a park to the south. It looks like they set up a command post there. So, you know, as you mentioned, such a sad day. And at least at this point, though, it looks like the initial threat at this school has passed, because we wouldn't see this type of posture if they hadn't believed they've cleared the surrounding area. Just the fact that we saw the students walking casually towards an area to gather. So we're going to keep you updated, keep looking around, but there is an active search, probably a 4-mile radius from here. About 2 miles to the west was a home that was initially reported on Sycamore Creek Road that could be the home of the suspect. They were searching that area. So a lot of the surface streets are shut down. Trying to get in here, you just can't. They're really trying to lock down this area and see if they can't locate this suspect
as quickly
as possible.
Park right below us? That must be a command post or something.
Let's go try the house again. We're going to go try the house again, guys. You okay with that? Let's go try the house again. I didn't think it was there at all. Where you look? Open up. It's off Seco Canyon Road, so it's way up to the top of your screen, way up in there. Yeah, it's right. It's going to be right in there. No, on the other side of Seco Canyon Road, right?
Oh, okay.
That major is Seco Canyon, I believe. Go to the right, top of your screen, push in, up on the other side of Seco Canyon. Open up your picture, please. Open up your picture. Seco Canyon is the north-south street, the major. See Seco Canyon on the left side of your screen. It's on the left side of that, remember? Not right, close to it. Push, go to the right. There you go. come down towards us because that's where they initially responded, and then they were searching down here when we left.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, they all seem to be looking at this house or behind this house.
You got it.
A couple officers on the bottom of our screen as well. There's not much of a hillside. There's that little ravine right there. Open up a little wider.
Very nicely done, Rich.
Oh, there you go. There's some officers up there. I know. I noticed that too. I don't know what to tell you, man. Is there a problem with the camera, Chad? It's a focus issue. Let's look on the back of the house again. Can we go a little bit further to the east and see if we can peek down in there? Because there's some officers up on that hill, some deputies. Okay, they're looking at that house. Hold it right here. That appears to be the house that they're looking at.
Here, kind of in a left
that one right there. Open up. Let me see the officers in the front. Where are they? Yeah, that one. Okay,
sorry,
that looks like the one. Let's keep our eye on the back. All right. I think we're okay here. Are we okay here? Are you worried that we're too tight, studio? Open up a little bit. Open up a little bit just to play it safe. Yeah, I don't know. This is. You better open up.
Oh, they're going to pass off your left.
Go back to the right. I don't want to show it. So, can I show that studio? Can I show that house or not? And the officers. I need some direction. Somebody give me some direction on that. Go to the right. Go to the right. Yeah, well, we're going to push in on this home here. My real concern with what we're doing is, would you push in and go to the right a little bit with the camera? You push in right there, that's fine. This is where the officers initially responded. This home right here, we have the address on Sycamore Creek. What they're doing now, about 4 houses to the south of this, is all west of Seco Canyon Road, is surrounding a home. Officers behind the home, officers in front of that home. My concern is if the suspect's inside watching us, he will see the location of those deputies, and we just cannot give that away. What they've done, though, is they've completely surrounded it. They have deputies hiding behind their vehicles with their guns drawn at that home in question. They also have deputies behind the house who are using ladders to go from one home to the next so that they can peek into the backyard of the house in question on Sycamore Creek Drive. So in situations like this, you know, you get a report that somebody spots a suspect, matches a description of this individual, they respond. This could be happening in several different areas. We know about a search on Bouquet Canyon and the riverbed.
Just go with your instincts,
But this one seems to be the most prevalent. The most activity is here on Sycamore Creek Drive. I'm just really hesitant to give away the position of the officers, so hopefully you understand the rationale behind that. But there's an active search right here.
Booth, Sky 5.
It appears that the deputies, LA County Sheriff deputies, do believe a suspect may be in one of these homes.
Sky 5.
So if you live in this area, I know you put this information out already, but keep your doors and windows locked. They certainly don't know where the suspect is. They have
Nødetatene har rykket ut etter det som skal være meldinger om en skoleskyting ved en videregående skole i Santa Clarita, omkring 6 mil nord for Los Angeles sentrum. Ifølge NBC Los Angeles skal 5 personer være skutt, 2 av dem kritisk skadd. Ingen skal være pågrepet etter hendelsen, men politiet jakter nå en mørkledd gjerningsperson med asiatisk utseende, skriver de på Twitter. Det er innført et såkalt lockdown på flere skoler i området. Nødetatene har rykket ut etter det som skal være meldinger om en skoleskyting ved en videregående skole i Santa Clarita, omkring 6 mil nord for Los Angeles. Ifølge NBC Los Angeles skal 6 personer være skutt. 3 av dem er kritisk skadd. Ingen skal være pågrepet etter hendelsen, men lokalt politi jakter nå en mørkledd mann med asiatisk utseende, skriver de selv på Twitter. Og som dere ser på livebildene her, direkte fra Los Angeles, så er det mye folk ute som det kan se ut som blir evakuert fra området. Det er også innført et såkalt lockdown på flere skoler i området. Vi sender det altså direktebilder fra Los Angeles, hvor nødetatene har rykket ut etter det som skal være meldinger om en skoleskyting ved en videregående skole i Santa Clarita. Skolen skal ligge omkring 6 mil nord for Los Angeles sentrum. Ifølge NBC Los Angeles skal 6 personer være skutt, 3 av dem kritisk skadd. Ingen skal være pågrepet etter hendelsen, men politiet leter nå etter en mørkledd mann med asiatisk utseende, skriver de på Twitter. Det er også innført såkalt lockdown på flere skoler i området. Nødetatene rykket onsdag ut etter det som skal ha vært meldinger om en skoleskyting ved en videregående skole i Santa Clarita, omkring 6 mil nord for Los Angeles sentrum. Ifølge NBC Los Angeles skal 6 personer være skutt. 3 av dem er kritisk skadd. Like etter 6:30 norsk tid meldes det om at gjerningspersonen nå er død. Den mistenkte, det skal ikke mistenke at det har vært flere involverte. Lokalt politi advarte folk mot å ferdes i nærheten av skolen etter skyteepisoden, som har i overkant av 2000 elever. Og den siste meldingen her fra skoleskytingen i Los Angeles er altså at like etter 6:30 norsk tid i kveld, så ble det meldt om at gjerningspersonen er død, ifølge NBC Los Angeles. Det mistenkes ikke at det var flere involvert i hendelsen.
Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, good. Is it clean? Okay, thank you.
Nødetatene rykket onsdag ut etter det som skal ha vært meldinger om en skoleskyting ved en videregående skole i Santa Clarita, omkring 6 mil nord for Los Angeles sentrum. Ifølge NBC Los Angeles skal 6 personer være skutt, 3 av dem kritisk skadd. Like etter 6:30 norsk tid melder NBC Los Angeles at gjerningspersonen er død, mens ifølge Washington Post er han pågrepet og behandles på sykehus. Det mistenkes ikke at flere var involvert i hendelsen. Og som livebildene våre nå viser, kan det se ut til at det vil bli holdt en pressekonferanse om hendelsen. Det var altså onsdag ettermiddag norsk tid at nødetatene rykka ut etter meldinger om en skoleskyting i Santa Clarita, omkring 6 mil nord for Los Angeles sentrum. Ifølge NBCS Los Angeles skal 6 personer være skutt, 3 av dem kritisk skadd. Like etter 6:30 norsk tid melder samme kilde at gjerningspersonen er død, mens ifølge Washington Post er han pågrepet og behandles på sykehus. Det mistenkes ikke at flere var involvert i hendelsen. Dagbladet TV følger saken videre, og som det kan se ut av livebildene våre nå, vil det bli holdt en pressekonferanse om hendelsen.
Tell me when you can see me. Okay. All right. Do you want me to? So I'm here now. You want me to give you a count? Okay. Tell me when you can see me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You bet. Bye. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You bet. Bye.
This is the bad part of being in education. Oh, this is school related. As a result, you probably got half-dozen things on your mind.
¿Me escuchas? ¿Me escuchas?
Was it? Yeah, You're from Iowa. Part of Iowa. Really? Or central, like Mississippi? A little south of Mississippi. Charles City? Charles City. No tengo auriculares. My favorite thing about the Minnesota accent is everybody, like, nobody can get it right. It's like the usual scale. I thought it was like just like longer roads, but everybody's like, oh, I think it's like no one actually says that. I do say a lot of yeah. I do say a lot of yeah. I think it's more evident. Yeah.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Mic check 1 2.
Oh yeah, I used to have that same exact thing. Every time I take long, I look in the mirror because I have that.
Hello, mic check 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me? Hello, hello. Mic check 1 2. Hello, mic check 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me? Hello, hello. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Hello, can you hear me? 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Hello, can you hear me? 1 2 1 2. Hello, can you hear me? 1 2 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Hello, can you hear me? 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Mic check, mic check, mic check. Pulling the wireless. Mic check, mic check, mic check. You good?
Check, 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 mic check, check, check. 1 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check, my check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Mic
My
check,
check,
mic check,
one,
mic
two,
check.
one, two.
Pulling the wireless. Mic check,
Yes.
mic check.
Better?
Mic check. You good?
So good, so good. Check, check. Check, my check. Check, my check, check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. My check, my check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. My check. 1, 2, 1, 2. You okay? Yes? Better? Check 1, check 1, check 1, check 1, 2, 3. Check, channel 1, check 1, channel 2. Channel 1, check 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. My check. Check, check. Okay. Check 1, check 1, check 1, check 1, 2, 3. Channel 1, channel 1, channel 2. Channel 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. My check. Check, check. Okay.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah.
This one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or did you want me to check it while it's down here? You good? Okay. This one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or did you want me to check it while it's down here? You good? Okay.
I'm still waiting for everybody's arrival. A little debrief. I appreciate your presence coming. I know it's hot and the sun's coming out, but thank you for your patience. As soon as we get anybody coming up, you'll be the first to know. What's that?
Do you have an ETA?
No, I do not. But I think that's a good sign right there. Probably what he'll be doing is be getting a debrief and then come and speak with you. Okay? Yeah.
Check, check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Check, check, check. Yeah. Check, check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Check, check, check. Yeah.
Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that fine? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, I have people. I wonder maybe you could do something more hospital. That might be good. I mean, yeah, because I already have.
Hey, test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that fine? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
can you hear me? Hey, Jessica, can you hear me? Okay, hold on.
Nødetatene rykka torsdag ut etter det som skal ha vært meldinger om en skoleskyting ved en videregående skole i Santa Clarita, omkring 6 mil nord for Los Angeles sentrum. Ifølge NBC Los Angeles ble det først meldt at 7 personer var skutt. Tallet har senere blitt justert flere ganger, men like før 7:30 norsk tid opplyser politiet at 6 personer blir behandlet på lokale sykehus med skader. Minst 1 person skal være drept. Den mistenkte gjerningsmannen er identifisert som en 15 år gammel elev ved den aktuelle skolen. Ifølge Washington Post er han pågrepet og behandles på sykehus. Det mistenkes ikke at flere var involvert i hendelsen. Dagbladet TV følger saken hvor det snart skal holdes en pressekonferanse om hendelsen. Og vi kan også opplyse mens vi venter på pressekonferansen her at nødetatene de rykket torsdag ut etter det som var meldinger om en skoleskyting ved en videregående skole i Santa Clarita som ligger omkring 6 mil nord for Los Angeles sentrum. Ifølge NBC Los Angeles så ble det først meldt at 7 personer var skutt, men tallet har senere blitt justert flere ganger. Men like før 7:30 norsk tid så opplyser politiet at 6 personer blir behandlet på lokale sykehus med skader. Minst 1 skal være drept. Den mistenkte gjerningsmannen er identifisert som en 15 år gammel elev ved den aktuelle skolen. Ifølge Washington Post er han pågrepet og behandles på sykehus. Det mistenkes ikke at det var flere involvert i hendelsen. Og vi venter nå også på en pressekonferanse som skal holdes om hendelsen. Vi venter altså på en pressekonferanse som skal holdes i Los Angeles etter skoleskytingen som fant sted torsdag. Nødetatene rykka altså ut torsdag morgen etter det som var meldinger om en skoleskyting ved en videregående skole i Santa Clarita, som ligger rundt 6 mil nord for Los Angeles sentrum. Ifølge NBC Los Angeles så ble det først meldt om at 7 personer var skutt. Tallet har senere blitt justert flere ganger, men like før 7:30 norsk tid opplyste politiet at 6 personer blir behandlet på lokale sykehus med skader. Minst 1 person skal være drept etter skytingen. Den mistenkte gjerningspersonen er identifisert som en 15 år gammel elev ved den aktuelle skolen i Santa Clarita. Ifølge Washington Post er han pågrepet og behandles nå på sykehus. Det mistenkes ikke at det var flere involverte i hendelsen. Og vi venter nå altså på at det skal holdes en pressekonferanse etter dagens skoleskyting i Los Angeles.
Get the information. But no, that's not the case, because he's driven for one purpose. He's already written the script of where he wants to go on impeachment. He's now just trying to fill in the individual.
Why? What are you hearing? Okay.
I
It
never
can't be that far.
Look, if you want to come here and you want to decide what you're going to do based upon politics.
Og for nye seere så er det altså livebilder fra Los Angeles vi viser nå, hvor det i dag fant sted en skoleskyting ved en videregående skole i Santa Clarita, som ligger omkring 6 mil nord for Los Angeles sentrum. Ifølge NBC Los Angeles så ble det først meldt at 7 personer var skutt under skytingen. Tallet har senere blitt justert flere ganger, men like før 7:30 norsk tid opplyser politiet at 6 personer blir behandlet på sykehus med skader. Minst 1 person skal være drept etter hendelsen. Den mistenkte gjerningsmannen er identifisert som en 15 år gammel elev ved den aktuelle skolen. Ifølge Washington Post er han pågrepet og blir nå behandlet på sykehus. Det mistenkes ikke at det var flere involverte i hendelsen. Og vi venter nå på en pressekonferanse som skal holdes om dagens hendelse.
You guys good? All right.
Hey, do you want a little bit more of this? Can you hear me, Jessica?
For nye seere så det altså livebilder fra Los Angeles som vi nå ser hvor det ventet en PK. Bildet til venstre viser livebilder fra tidligere i kveld, hvor nødetatene torsdag rykket ut etter det som var meldinger om en skoleskyting ved en videregående skole i Santa Clarita, som ligger omkring 6 mil nord for Los Angeles sentrum. Som en 15 år gammel elev ved den aktuelle skolen i Santa Clarita. Ifølge Washington Post han pågrepet og behandles nå på sykehus. Det mistenkes ikke at flere var involvert.
Just in case they want car over. Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
asked me to give you a 5-minute warning, and I was advised I'm giving you a 10-minute warning right now. So I know you all need to get queued up, so I'm helping you as I can. Thanks for your patience.
We wish it well. As far as the 600 American forces and their missions, again, as Nathan said, Secretary Esper today, or at least yesterday in the news today, and I think 3 days ago, did a really
Vi venter nå på en pressekonferanse fra Los Angeles. Nødetatene rykket torsdag ut etter det som skal ha vært meldinger om en skoleskyting ved en videregående skole i Santa Clarita, omkring 6 mil nord for Los Angeles sentrum. Ifølge NBC Los Angeles ble det først meldt at 7 personer var skutt. Tallet er senere justert flere ganger, men like før 7:30 norsk tid opplyser politiet at 6 personer blir behandlet på sykehus med skader.
How we doing? Good sound check? We okay? We're ready to go here? Thank you for your patience. We appreciate it.
Is your white belt okay?
Good? How we doing? Get a sound check? We okay?
First of all,
We're ready to go here? Thank you for your patience. We appreciate
Roebuck
it.
isn't the only one who's won domestic cleansing. I believe I did it many times in my testimony before
Good morning.
the Senate and the House now 2 weeks ago.
I'm Sergeant Benjamin Grubb with the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, Sheriff Information Bureau. I thank you all for coming here today.
Including the idea of moving people back.
I want to get right into it regarding this incident in Santa Clarita, specifically Saugus High School.
Movement of people back.
Without further ado, Sheriff Alex Villanueva and Sheriff's Homicide Captain Kent Wagoner, WE G-N-E-G-N-E-R.
In conjunction with the UNHCR and under the UNHCR rules of...
I regret to inform it's a sad day in Saugus, it's a sad day in Los Angeles County and the nation for another tragic shooting at a school. At 7:38 this morning, Santa Clarita Sheriff's Station received a 911 call of a shooting at Saugus High School. Within seconds, we received multiple calls, and within 2 minutes, at 7:40, our first units arrived on scene and encountered in the quad area of the school multiple victims, gunshot wounds. There were a total of 6 victims who were promptly triaged and transported to the local hospitals for treatment. Among those who were transported, it turned out to be the suspect, who is currently in the hospital in grave condition, and he's a male, Asian, 16 years of age, and a student of the school. The other 5 students, I'll have Captain Wegner provide their demographics. The school was locked down. They did partial evacuation. We also sheltered in place a portion of the school until we established who was responsible for this tragic shooting. The surrounding schools in the area were also placed on lockdown as a precaution. We did identify who the shooter was through first-hand witnesses, video surveillance. We confirmed it. We then executed a search warrant at the residence of the suspect, and now we're going through the very lengthy process of conducting a thorough investigation to figure out what happened and why. At the same time, we're busy now doing the reunification of the students with their parents, and all the affected students have been notified, their families have been notified, and they're with them currently. So I'm now going to turn this over to Captain Wegner.
This very issue with
Thank you, Sheriff.
Counterparts.
My name is Captain Kent Wegener, W-E-G-E-N-E-R. I'm the captain of Sheriff's Homicide Bureau. This morning at 7:38, Santa Clarita Station received a call of a 245 just occurred, an assault with a deadly weapon, a shooting that had just occurred at 21900 Centurion Way in Santa Clarita at Saugus High School.
We need to integrate.
Upon arrival, within 2 minutes, Santa Clarita deputies recognized that it was an active shooter situation and conducted a rapid deployment onto the school premises. When they reached the quad area, they discovered 6 persons who were suffering from gunshot gunshot wounds. These were all students of the high school. All the students were triaged and transported to a local hospital. The suspect was later identified as one of the victims who was found in the quad. He is identified as a 16-year-old male whose birthday is today. The weapon that he used was recovered at the scene. It's a .45 caliber semi-automatic pistol, which had no more rounds in it, had no more bullets in it. He is a resident in the 22900 block of Sycamore Creek Drive in Santa Clarita. That location was contained by sheriff's deputies, and a cursory search was done to identify any other potential victims which may be at the location. There were none there. It is now being contained. A search warrant is being written, and it will be conducted to process that scene for evidence. We are in the process of interviewing students who were witnesses to this incident. Some of those students are being taken are still at the high school in a multi-purpose room, and other students are at Grace Baptist Church, where they will be interviewed by sheriff's homicide detectives. Additionally, we have scenes at the quad at the school to process the crime scene there. A team at the suspect's house, a team at 2 different local hospitals. And we have another team that's working with our tech crew to process any video which we may be able to get from the surveillance system at the high school. The FBI is here, and they are collaborating with us to preserve and capture any cell phone video which the students may have captured of this incident at the time that it happened. The suspect's girlfriend and his mother are at Santa Clarita Station with detectives currently. Detectives have reviewed the video at the scene, which clearly show the subject in the quad withdraw a handgun from his backpack shoot and wound 5 people, and then shoot himself in the head. There are no other subjects who are outstanding as part of this incident or who took part in this assault. The victims who are hospitalized, and I regret to say that at 9:23 this morning, one of the female victims, age 16, passed away. Her parents are at the hospital. There's another female victim, age 14, another female victim, age 15, and 2 male victims, each 14 years of age. Again, this is preliminary information. I know there are rumors out there about social media posts and different videos that may have been posted from the scene. We will be looking into that. At this point, I don't have any information about that. I can tell you that we have checked for recent threats involving Saugus High School. We identified 2, which were both investigated and had no nexus to this subject. At this point, thank you.
Next, I'd like to introduce Los Angeles County Fire Department Chief Darrell Osby.
Hello, Darrell Osby, Fire Chief of the Los Angeles County Fire Department. And as mentioned today, the Saugus incident, this is a pretty sobering incident for those involved, including first responders. On behalf of the Los Angeles County Fire Department, our sympathies and prayers and positive spirits go out to everyone that was affected. As mentioned previously, along with the Sheriff's Department, the Los Angeles County Fire Department got a call at 7:38 this morning for a shooting at Saugus High School. Our resources arrived on scene, but the Sheriff's already on scene. We train routinely with the Sheriff's Department for these types of incidents. Our personnel went in with force protection, which means protection from the sheriffs to go in and assess the scene. At the height of the incident, the Los Angeles County Fire Department had 10 fire engines, 7 paramedic squads, 24 ambulances, 1 helicopter, and appropriate overhead on scene. Our objectives during these types of incidents is life safety intervention, triage, treatment, and transportation to the hospital. As mentioned earlier, there were a total of 6 victims that were afflicted by gunshot. They were considered critical on scene. The most critical, unfortunately, one was a headshot to the head, and the other was a cardiac full arrest. 4 victims were transported to Henry Mayo Hospital. 2 other critical were transported to Holy Cross Hospital, and then we had a non-critical that was transported to Olive View for a total of 7 incidents. As we conclude this incident, from the fire department's perspective, working with the sheriffs and investigators, also there were several members of my department, and this is a very close-knit community that had kids that were also at the school. And some of those members have already been relieved to get the proper peer support and mental support on behalf of the department and on behalf of the County of Los Angeles. So the department will continue to support our personnel with appropriate mental, spiritual, behavioral support along with their families, and we will keep everyone else involved in our deepest thoughts.
Now from the Los Angeles Field Office of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, Assistant Director in Charge, Paul Delacourt.
Good morning, I'm Paul Delacourt. Should ever have to go through, no high school student should ever have to worry about, yet we're here to talk about it again. The FBI rolled crisis response resources. We are here in support of the LA County Sheriff's Department. At this time, we are collaborating on victim and witness interviews and digital media exploitation. We have begun a social media scrub. We have our evidence response team and our victim witness services teams on standby, ready to assist. We have resources available from Cyber Division and our laboratory. We have our evidence response team and the LA County Sheriff's Department in this investigation. I can report to you that at this time we have no known additional threats. We have no threats to this or any other school, or no threats to this or any other area. We're here at this point is a police cooperation matter. We will run all the leads to ground, but at this point we have no indication of any motivation or ideology. It's early on in this investigation. I'm pleased with the collaboration with our partners, proud of our response and our collaboration with our partners, but once again, it's sad that we have had to bring those resources to bear in another situation like this. It's early on in this investigation. Pleased with the collaboration with our partners, proud of our response and our collaboration with our partners, but once again, it's sad that we have had to bring those resources to bear in another situation like this. Thank you.
Next, Los Angeles County.
The impact this is going to have not only on the school but on this community is tremendous, and the Department of Mental Health stands ready to support the community in an entirety. I want to thank Assemblymember Christy Smith for being here. We've got the state, federal, and local officials, and the Department of Mental Health stands ready to support the community in an entirety. I want to thank Assemblymember Christy Smith for being here. We've got the state, federal, and local officials all here working together. Many people are asking why. That will come with time, but right now our focus is on supporting the community. And you heard Chief Osby say that many of the sheriffs and fire officials that work here live here and either have children that attend the school or attend the school. So this is hit very, very, very close to home. My heart aches, but I stand ready to support this community and lead and make sure that we provide the resources necessary to help. Thank you.
Next, we have Assemblymember Christy Smith.
Thank you. It's a very tragic day for our communities, and I stand with Supervisor Barger in thanking our first responders, the law enforcement community with Sheriff's Department, our fire department for their immediate response and preventing further loss of life in this matter. I also stand with the county, the city, our school district allies in saying the state will bring all necessary resources to bear as we help the victims of this senseless tragedy to recover, as we help our community to recover, as hopefully we learn something from this tragedy about how we move on and hopefully prevent future tragedies like this. But we appreciate your cooperation and your sensitivity to what our community is going through right now. We are very close-knit. We will come together and we will survive. We just can't afford another tragic day like this. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Santa Clarita Mayor Marsha McLean.
Thank you. We may be the third largest city in LA County, but we are a close-knit, family-oriented community, and our family sticks together. I have a granddaughter who was at Saugus High School this morning, and when I heard about it, the feeling that went over me was indescribable. So I felt the same thing that our families are feeling about their kids here in the community. And I just want to say that we, as a city, are going to be working with all agencies together to try and get through this terrible, terrible experience, including making our activities center available for this evening between 5 and 7. The school district will tell you more about that. I just want every single family member to know that we are with you, our heart is with you, and that's all I can say as to this horrible thing. There's no words to describe it. Thank you.
From Hart School District, Colin Nielsen.
Thank you. I'd like to first thank our first responders in the city of Santa Clarita for their tremendous response this morning. First and foremost, our hearts go out to the families of those affected by this terrible incident. Words are insufficient in times such as these. Nevertheless, we want to give you the facts that we have available to us at this moment regarding the incident at Saugus High School this morning. There was a shooting at Saugus High School before the start of classes. Law enforcement responded immediately and came on campus to address the situation with a massive presence. Several students have been transported, as you've heard, to local hospitals. All schools in the Hart District were initially placed on lockdown as a precaution to deal with and to allow law enforcement to deal with the situation. At this point, all schools have been removed from lockdown. Once the scene was declared safe by law enforcement, Saugus students were transported to Central Park via city and district buses to be reunited with their families. We are currently in the process of formulating a plan to care for our school and our community, and will continue sharing updates as we learn more, including for the plan for the days ahead. Tonight at the Santa Clarita Activity Center from 5 to 7 p.m., we will have grief counselors and mental health professionals available for our community. We will continue to work together with law enforcement, the City of Santa Clarita, and our community partners. We encourage the Hart District family to check with our website for regular updates. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to do one more speaker, and then we're going to do Spanish. Santa Clarita Sheriff Station Captain Rondos.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for coming to get the message out to the community. My name is Robert Lewis, and I am the captain for Santa Clarita Valley Sheriff Station. This is a tough day for Santa Clarita. I've been a 52-year resident of Santa Clarita, and I grew up in the Saugus area. Santa Clarita is a very, very strong community, and I appreciate everyone surrounding themselves around us this morning and helping as much as possible from the community. We are working through this event over the course of the next few hours and the course of the next few days. Currently, we have a reunification center here at Central Park. We want to make sure that everyone knew that that was the reunification center for all parents and children who went to Saugus High School. As well as I want to make sure that the community is aware that we, as Captain Wegener had spoken, we have several people that witnessed this, and we are going to be talking to them, and we've been in contact with them and their parents to make sure that they know that they are safe. So we're getting the communication out to the public as quickly as possible and getting the information out to everyone and all the residents. As we move forward over the course of the next few days, I'd like to look in every single camera's eye and look in every eye of every resident of Santa Clarita and the surrounding area and everyone who helps us. Santa Clarita is a very, very, very strong community. I ask the parents and I ask everybody in the community, in the days ahead and in the years ahead, the main thing we need to do is wrap our arms around each other, make sure we keep in contact with our kids, with each other, in our relationships, in our families, so we know what our family members are going through, so we know what's happening in everyone's lives. As a strong community between Santa Clarita and the unincorporated area, 294,000 residents, we all 294,000 residents need to gather around this incident. Tragic, and tragedy struck, but how do we come out of tragedy? We come out of it by surrounding each other, holding hands, saying prayers, and spending time together to see what's going on, see what's happening. And then my last thing is we need to say no more. As the FBI special agent said, this is a tragic event. It happens too frequently. And across the nation, I hear frequently, no more, no more, no more. When are we going to come together as a community, Santa Clarita, and the rest of the communities to say no more? It really has to be put out there through you, the media, to get that information out. All right, thank you very much for being here. We'll be taking some questions in a few minutes. I think we have one more speaker. We're going to have one more speaker that's going to come up from Henry Mayo Hospital. Patrick Moody. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate it.
Okay, now the sheriff is going to do a Spanish interview with the assistance of homicide Captain Kent Wegener.
A las 7:38 de esta mañana recibimos una llamada de emergencia en la estación de Santa